Welcome back to the audio bookshelf. We hope you enjoy the book, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get our latest content. Please enjoy. The Melody Within, Stories of Healing Through Music. Presented by Theo E. David, from the audio bookshelf. Chapter 1, The Universal Language. Music has long been considered the universal language, transcending borders, cultures, and even time itself. Its power to connect, comfort, and heal is something that nearly everyone has experienced, even if briefly. But what makes music such a profound force in our lives, and how can we use it to foster healing? Throughout history, music has served as a bridge between the human experience and our emotions. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Plato spoke of music's ability to heal the soul, noting that its rhythms and harmonies could influence the temperament and restore balance. In indigenous cultures worldwide, music has been central to healing rituals, often paired with dance and ceremony to bring individuals and communities back into harmony. Science is beginning to catch up with what many have intuitively known for centuries. Studies in music therapy reveal that engaging with music, whether through listening, playing, or singing, activates parts of the brain associated with memory, emotion, and even physical movement. This stimulation can foster recovery in individuals suffering from neurological injuries or illnesses. Take, for instance, the case of Amelia, a stroke survivor who lost the ability to speak but could still hum her favorite songs. Her therapist introduced her to melodic intonation therapy, a technique where singing is used to retrain speech pathways in the brain. Slowly but surely, Amelia began forming words again. What began as frustration turned into hope, all because of the melodies she carried within her. But healing through music is not limited to physical recovery, it also extends to emotional and mental well-being. In challenging times, many of us have turned to our favorite songs or playlists for comfort. Why is that? Research shows that music can regulate our stress hormones, lower heart rates, and even change our brain chemistry by releasing dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. Consider the story of Marcus, a combat veteran who returned home carrying the invisible wounds of war. Struggling with PTSD, he found traditional therapy overwhelming. It wasn't until his counselor introduced him to drumming that Marcus began to open up. The rhythmic patterns allowed him to release pent-up energy and process his trauma in a way words couldn't. Music's ability to heal is not reserved for the extraordinary or the extreme. It is woven into our everyday lives. From lullabies that soothe a restless baby to songs that unite crowds at a concert, music reminds us of our shared humanity. It tells us that even in our darkest moments, we are not alone. In this chapter, we've begun exploring music's profound connection to healing. As we continue, we'll dive deeper into the stories and science that illuminate this timeless truth. But for now, take a moment to reflect. What song has carried you through a tough time? How has music spoken to you when words could not? Chapter 2, The Science Behind the Sounds. The effects of music on the human brain and body are both fascinating and profound. At the heart of it lies a simple truth: music is vibration, and vibration interacts with our bodies in remarkable ways. From the steady beat of a drum to the sweeping crescendos of an orchestra, music creates physical and emotional reactions that can alter our state of being. One of the most intriguing discoveries in neuroscience is how music engages nearly every region of the brain. When we listen to music, areas responsible for memory, attention, emotion, and even motor control light up. This is why music can evoke such vivid memories, like the song that played during your first dance, or the melody that reminds you of a loved one. For individuals suffering from memory loss, particularly those with Alzheimer's disease, this connection is especially powerful. Take the case of Claire, a retired teacher diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's. Though she often forgot recent conversations, the sound of her favorite childhood song brought tears to her eyes and clarity to her memories. Her caregivers noticed that singing along to familiar tunes not only improved her mood but also helped her recall details of her past more vividly. Beyond memory, music also affects our stress levels. Researchers have found that listening to calming music reduces levels of cortisol, the hormone responsible for stress. This is why music is often used in hospital settings to ease anxiety before surgeries or during recovery. In fact, many hospitals now employ certified music therapists who work with patients to address both emotional and physical pain through the power of sound. The physical benefits of music extend even further. Rhythmic music, for example, can help patients with motor disorders regain movement. In Parkinson's disease, where rigidity and tremors often make walking difficult, rhythmic auditory stimulation has shown great promise. By synchronizing movement to a steady beat, patients can improve their gait and coordination, restoring a sense of independence. One compelling story comes from a young boy named Ethan, who was born with cerebral palsy. Traditional physical therapy had been a frustrating and painful process for him. But when his therapist introduced a music-based approach, using rhythm and song to guide his movements, Ethan found joy in the exercises. Over time, his motor skills improved, and so did his confidence. But what is it about music that makes all this possible? The answer lies in how music communicates with our brain. For instance, tempo and rhythm can influence heart rate and breathing. A slower tempo can induce relaxation, while an upbeat rhythm can energize and motivate us. This is why fast-paced music often accompanies workouts, while slower melodies are used in yoga or meditation. The frequencies of sound also play a critical role. Some studies suggest that certain frequencies, like those used in sound therapy, can resonate with specific parts of the body, promoting healing at a cellular level. Though still a developing field, these findings hint at a future where sound waves could be used as a form of medicine. As we explore these scientific insights, it's clear that music is far more than entertainment, it's a tool for transformation. Whether it's helping a patient regain their voice, reducing the stress of a challenging day, or simply bringing a moment of joy, music has the power to heal us from the inside out. In the next chapter, we'll explore the personal stories of those who have used music as a lifeline during life's most difficult moments. These accounts will show us that, while the science of music is fascinating, its true magic lies in the way it connects to the human spirit. Chapter 3: Resilience in Rhythm. Music often finds us in our most vulnerable moments, offering a rhythm that matches the beat of our resilience. It provides a way to express what words cannot and serves as a reminder that even in hardship, we can endure. For those who face life's greatest challenges, music becomes more than sound, it becomes a lifeline. Consider the story of Sophia, a teenager who lost her father unexpectedly. Grief consumed her, making it difficult to face the world. One day, while sorting through her father's belongings, she found an old guitar he used to play. Unsure why, she picked it up and began strumming, despite not knowing any chords. Over time, the guitar became her voice, helping her express the emotions she struggled to articulate. By channeling her pain into songwriting, Sophia not only began to heal but also inspired others with her music. Sophia's story is not unique. Across the globe, countless individuals have turned to music during times of loss, trauma, or uncertainty. There's something about the act of creating or engaging with music that strengthens our resolve and reminds us of our inner power. Music also has a way of uniting people in their resilience. Take the case of a community struck by disaster. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, residents faced immense loss, not just of homes and possessions, but of the vibrant cultural fabric that defined the city. Yet, amidst the destruction, music emerged as a beacon of hope. Local musicians gathered to play jazz in the streets, reminding everyone of their shared heritage and the strength to rebuild. The rhythms of the city became a rallying cry for resilience, proving that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can find a way to rise. This unifying power of music is also evident in protest movements and social change. Throughout history, songs have been used as tools of resistance, from the spirituals sung by enslaved individuals seeking freedom to the anthems of the civil rights movement. Music amplifies voices and connects people to a common purpose, showing that resilience is often stronger when shared. On an individual level, music can help us regain control in situations that feel overwhelming. Take Martin, a middle-aged man who suffered a spinal cord injury after a car accident. The injury left him unable to walk and deeply depressed. During his rehabilitation, a music therapist introduced him to the piano. Though his movements were limited, the act of pressing the keys and creating melodies gave Martin a newfound sense of agency. Each note became a small victory, and over time, Martin's determination to recover grew stronger. There is also something uniquely powerful about the rhythms in music. Drumming, in particular, has been shown to synchronize brain activity, creating a sense of focus and clarity. Group drumming sessions, often referred to as drum circles, have been used to help individuals process trauma, manage stress, and foster community. For those who feel isolated or overwhelmed, the steady beat of a drum can serve as a grounding force, reminding them of their strength and resilience. Music doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't care if you're out of tune or can't keep a rhythm. What matters is the connection, the way it allows you to feel and express yourself fully. For many, this freedom is where healing begins. As we reflect on the role of music in resilience, it's clear that its impact goes beyond the individual. Music reminds us that we are not alone, that our struggles are shared, and that our victories are worth celebrating. Whether in moments of solitude or together with others, music holds the power to transform adversity into triumph. In the next chapter, we will explore how music shapes identity and helps us discover who we are. Through personal stories and cultural insights, we'll see how the melodies we choose reflect our deepest selves. Chapter 4: Finding Identity Through Melody. The music we love becomes an extension of ourselves, shaping how we see the world and how the world sees us. From the lyrics we sing in the shower to the playlists we craft for road trips, the melodies we choose reflect our values, experiences, and identities. For some, music is tied to cultural heritage, preserving traditions and stories passed down through generations. Consider Priya, who grew up in a bustling Indian household filled with the sounds of classical sitar and tabla. Though she spent much of her adult life abroad, the music of her childhood remained a constant connection to her roots. Every time she heard those intricate rhythms, she felt transported back to family gatherings and the warmth of home. Similarly, cultural music has often served as a way for diasporic communities to maintain a sense of belonging. In cities around the world, you'll find neighborhoods alive with the sounds of traditional instruments and folk songs, reminding people of where they come from, even as they carve out new lives in unfamiliar places. But music isn't just about holding onto the past, it's also a way of discovering new aspects of ourselves. Take Liam, a shy teenager who struggled to fit in at school. One day, he stumbled upon a punk rock album in a second-hand store. The raw energy and unapologetic lyrics resonated deeply, giving him a sense of confidence he hadn't felt before. Through music, Liam found his voice and built a community of like-minded friends who shared his love for the genre. For many, the music we connect with during formative years becomes a soundtrack to our identity. Research shows that the songs we love during adolescence often remain our favorites for life, as they are tied to pivotal moments of self-discovery. Whether it's the first concert you attended, the song that played during a first kiss, or the album you listened to during a road trip with friends, music helps us mark milestones and make sense of who we are. Music can also challenge us to embrace new perspectives. Consider how jazz, with its improvisational nature, has been a metaphor for freedom and individuality, particularly during times of social upheaval. By blending different styles and breaking traditional rules, jazz reminds us that identity is fluid, ever-changing, and uniquely our own. In modern times, access to a global library of music has expanded how we connect with and express our identities. Streaming platforms allow us to explore genres from around the world, creating opportunities to find inspiration in unexpected places. A fan of electronic music in Tokyo might discover influences from Afrobeat, or a country music enthusiast in Texas might fall in love with the haunting sounds of Icelandic folk. These connections show that identity through music is no longer bound by geography or culture, but by the emotions it evokes. And what about the songs we create ourselves? Writing music can be one of the most profound ways to explore identity. Composers and songwriters often describe the process as a reflection of their innermost thoughts and feelings. For Anna, a single mother juggling work and raising her children, songwriting became an outlet for her struggles and triumphs. Her lyrics, simple yet heartfelt, captured her journey and helped her rediscover parts of herself she thought she had lost. Music doesn't just reflect who we are, it also helps us become who we want to be. Motivational playlists inspire us to push through challenges, while calm, meditative tracks help us find balance. The rhythms and melodies we surround ourselves with can influence our moods, decisions, and outlook on life. As we explore how music shapes identity, it's clear that its influence is deeply personal and yet universally shared. The songs we cherish are a testament to the diversity of human experience, showing that while our tastes may differ, the desire to express and understand ourselves through music is something we all share. In the next chapter, we'll look at how music builds connections, not just within ourselves, but with others. Through collaboration, shared experiences, and communal harmony, we'll see how music has the power to unite and uplift entire communities. Chapter 5: Harmonies that Unite Us. The power of music to unite people is unmatched. Whether in moments of celebration, mourning, or solidarity, music becomes a shared experience that fosters connection and belonging. It reminds us that, no matter how different we may seem, the rhythms and melodies that move us are universal. One of the most striking examples of music's unifying power can be found in the story of Daniela, a choir director in a small town. After a devastating earthquake left her community reeling, Daniela organized a concert featuring a mix of local folk songs and classical pieces. People who had lost homes, loved ones, and hope came together to sing. The concert wasn't just a performance, it was a declaration of resilience, a reminder that their voices were stronger together. For many, it was the first step in healing, made possible through the harmonies they created as one. Music's ability to unite isn't limited to times of crisis. Everyday moments are infused with the joy of shared melodies. Consider the spontaneous camaraderie of strangers singing along to a busker's tune on a busy street, or the emotional swell of a crowd at a live concert when everyone joins in for the chorus. These moments remind us of our shared humanity, creating connections that can feel as profound as lifelong friendships. On a larger scale, music has been a driving force in movements for social change, uniting people around a common cause. During the 1980s, the Live Aid concerts brought together artists and audiences from around the world to raise awareness and funds for famine relief in Africa. The event showed how music could mobilize millions for a singular purpose, proving that harmonies can echo far beyond the stage. Even in sports, where competition often takes center stage, music plays a unifying role. National anthems sung by fans before a match, or victory songs chanted in celebration, create a sense of pride and togetherness. These shared musical moments build bridges between individuals, turning a collection of strangers into a community. But the magic of music isn't just about large-scale gatherings. Intimate collaborations between musicians also highlight the power of unity. Think of a jazz quartet, where each musician listens and responds to the others, creating a conversation in sound. Or a songwriting duo, blending their perspectives to create something greater than the sum of its parts. These partnerships demonstrate that collaboration, guided by trust and mutual respect, can produce extraordinary results. Music therapy groups also embody this spirit of connection. In such settings, individuals from all walks of life come together to make music as a way of processing emotions, building confidence, and forging bonds. For example, veterans grappling with PTSD often find solace in group drumming sessions, where the collective rhythm provides both structure and a sense of belonging. On a global scale, technology has expanded music's ability to unite people across borders. Virtual concerts, international music collaborations, and streaming platforms allow individuals from different countries and cultures to connect through shared melodies. A listener in Brazil might resonate with the beats of K-pop from South Korea, while a producer in Sweden collaborates with a rapper in Nigeria. These exchanges enrich the global musical landscape, proving that music is a language without boundaries. The beauty of music is that it doesn't require perfection to create unity. Whether it's an amateur band jamming in a garage or a symphony orchestra performing on the world's grandest stages, the act of coming together to create sound is what matters most. Harmony isn't just about the notes, it's about the connection, the shared effort, and the joy of creating something meaningful together. As we reflect on the ways music unites us, it becomes clear that its impact goes far beyond entertainment. It fosters understanding, strengthens relationships, and builds communities. In a world often divided by differences, music stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we come together. In the next chapter, we will explore the role of music in mindfulness and mental well-being. From meditative melodies to grounding rhythms, we'll delve into how music can help us find balance and peace in a chaotic world. Chapter 6: The Soundtrack of Mindfulness. In a fast-paced world where our attention is constantly pulled in different directions, music offers a rare opportunity to pause, breathe, and simply be present. The sounds we choose to immerse ourselves in can act as anchors, guiding us back to the present moment and cultivating a sense of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully aware of the here and now, and music has an innate ability to draw us into this state. When we listen attentively, focusing on the melody, rhythm, and tone, we engage fully with the experience, allowing the chatter of the mind to quiet. This connection between music and mindfulness is why sound is often a central element in practices like meditation and yoga. Take the example of guided meditation tracks, which frequently use soft, repetitive music to help the mind settle. The gentle hum of Tibetan singing bowls or the rhythmic strumming of a harp creates an atmosphere of calm, inviting listeners to let go of tension and find stillness. These sounds resonate deeply within us, often mimicking the natural rhythms of the body, such as the heartbeat or the breath. But mindfulness through music isn't limited to meditative practices. Everyday activities can also become opportunities for mindful listening. Consider Elena, a busy professional who found herself overwhelmed by stress. Instead of multitasking during her commute, she decided to dedicate that time to music. She created a playlist of instrumental tracks, closed her eyes on the train, and allowed herself to focus solely on the sounds. Over time, this simple practice became a ritual that helped her reset and approach her day with a clearer mind. Music's impact on mental clarity is supported by science. Studies have shown that listening to music with slow, steady tempos can reduce the body's stress response by lowering blood pressure, slowing the heart rate, and calming the nervous system. This is why spa and relaxation playlists often feature tracks with tranquil tones and minimalistic melodies. One particularly powerful tool for mindfulness is binaural beats, a type of sound wave therapy that uses two slightly different frequencies played in each ear to create a perceived third tone. This auditory illusion has been shown to influence brainwave activity, helping listeners achieve states of relaxation, focus, or even enhanced creativity. While the research on binaural beats is still developing, many individuals report finding them helpful for mindfulness and mental well-being. Another way music fosters mindfulness is through active participation. Playing an instrument, for example, demands complete attention. Whether it's striking a piano key or plucking a guitar string, each note requires presence and intention. This is why music therapy often involves hands-on engagement. It helps participants step out of their racing thoughts and into the moment. Singing is another form of active mindfulness. When we sing, we focus on our breathing, the pitch of our voice, and the flow of the lyrics. Chanting, a practice found in many spiritual traditions, combines repetitive vocalization with deep breathing to create a meditative state. Even humming a simple tune can have a grounding effect, bringing the mind into alignment with the body. For some, creating personalized mindfulness soundtracks can be an effective way to incorporate music into their daily lives. These soundtracks might include songs with soothing vocals, calming nature sounds, or instrumental pieces that evoke a sense of peace. The key is to choose music that resonates personally, as what soothes one person may not have the same effect on another. Music's role in mindfulness extends beyond relaxation. It also enhances awareness. Listening closely to the layers of a complex symphony or the intricate patterns of a jazz improvisation can heighten our perception and appreciation of detail. This practice of attentive listening not only enriches our experience of music, but also translates to other areas of life, helping us approach the world with greater curiosity and presence. As we consider the connection between music and mindfulness, it's clear that sound has the power to transform how we experience the present moment. Whether we're listening passively, playing actively, or simply humming a tune, music reminds us to slow down, breathe, and savor the now. In the next chapter, we'll explore how music helps us navigate transitions in life. From beginnings to endings, and everything in between, we'll see how melodies can guide us through change with grace and resilience. Chapter 7: Melodies for Life's Transitions. Change is one of life's few constants. Whether it's embarking on a new chapter, saying goodbye to a loved one, or navigating the uncertainties of the future, transitions often come with a complex mix of emotions. During these moments, music becomes a guide, helping us make sense of the journey and find meaning in the in-between spaces. One of the most common ways music supports transitions is through rituals. Across cultures and traditions, music marks the milestones of life: birthdays, graduations, weddings, and even funerals. These ceremonies often center on songs that capture the significance of the moment, creating memories that linger long after the event. For example, the familiar strains of pomp and circumstance during a graduation ceremony evoke a sense of accomplishment and anticipation for the future, binding everyone in attendance to the shared experience of change. Music also becomes deeply personal during transitions, often capturing emotions that are difficult to articulate. Consider the story of Jonah, who moved to a new city for a job opportunity. Excited yet apprehensive, he found himself struggling to adjust to his unfamiliar surroundings. One evening, Jonah stumbled across a song that seemed to echo his feelings of uncertainty and hope. He began listening to it daily, finding comfort in its lyrics and strength in its melody. That song became his anthem for starting anew, a reminder that he could find his footing in time. For those facing loss, music can provide solace and a way to honor what was. At memorials and funerals, the songs chosen often reflect the personality and passions of the person being remembered. These melodies offer a sense of closure, allowing loved ones to grieve while celebrating a life well lived. Beyond formal ceremonies, individuals often turn to music privately during moments of reflection, playing songs that remind them of the person they've lost and the memories they shared. Music also helps us prepare for and embrace the future. For new parents, lullabies sung to their babies not only soothe, but also symbolize the hope and love they hold for the life ahead. For athletes stepping onto a field, upbeat tracks can serve as a source of motivation, reminding them of the work they've put in and the success they aim to achieve. During times of great uncertainty, such as moving to another country, changing careers, or recovering from an illness, music can act as a grounding force. Its familiarity amidst the unknown provides a sense of continuity, reminding us that while the world may shift around us, some things remain constant. This connection is especially profound in transitions that involve leaving behind one identity and stepping into another. Take Elena, a dancer forced to retire early due to injury. Struggling with the loss of her career, she found herself drawn to the music she once performed to. Listening to it initially brought tears, but over time, it reignited her passion for movement. Though she could no longer dance professionally, Elena began teaching, using her favorite music to inspire the next generation. What started as a painful reminder of what she had lost became a bridge to her new path. Transitions don't always have to be monumental to be meaningful. Even small shifts in daily life, like starting a new habit or letting go of an old one, can be accompanied by music. A simple playlist for a morning routine can energize and focus us, while calming tracks before bed can help us unwind. These musical cues signal change, gently guiding us from one state of being to another. Music's role in transitions is ultimately about connection, to our emotions, to others, and to the journey itself. It provides a soundtrack for our lives, marking where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. In times of change, it reminds us that we are never truly alone. Each note, lyric, and beat becomes a companion as we navigate the twists and turns of life. In the next chapter, we will explore how music fosters creativity and innovation, unlocking ideas and possibilities that transform not only individuals but entire industries. From the power of improvisation to the synergy between music and art, we'll delve into the boundless potential of melodies to inspire. Chapter 8: The Symphony of Creativity. Music and creativity are intrinsically linked, each fueling the other in a continuous cycle of inspiration and expression. From the improvisational brilliance of jazz musicians to the rhythmic flows of poets and writers, music serves as both a muse and a medium for innovation across all fields of art and thought. At the heart of music's influence on creativity is its ability to unlock the mind. Studies have shown that listening to music can enhance divergent thinking, a key component of creativity that allows us to generate new and original ideas. This effect is particularly evident when listening to music that evokes positive emotions or has a moderate level of complexity, striking the perfect balance between engagement and focus. Take the story of Maya, an architect working on a groundbreaking design for a community center. Stuck on how to integrate sustainable materials with modern aesthetics, she turned to her favorite classical playlist. The flowing melodies of Debussy seemed to mirror the organic forms she wanted to incorporate into her design. As she listened, ideas began to take shape, and soon her sketches transformed into a blueprint that exceeded her expectations. Music doesn't just inspire, it also encourages risk-taking and experimentation. In jazz, for example, improvisation is the lifeblood of the genre. Musicians build off each other's ideas in real time, pushing boundaries and embracing the unexpected. This spirit of collaboration and spontaneity is a powerful metaphor for creative problem-solving in other domains, from business to science. Consider Thomas Edison, who often credited music as a key part of his inventive process. While working on the phonograph, Edison would hum and experiment with rhythms, using sound itself as a guide to shape his revolutionary device. Similarly, Albert Einstein, a skilled violinist, turned to music when grappling with complex scientific problems. Playing his violin helped him relax and access a deeper level of thought, allowing breakthroughs to emerge organically. Music structure also lends itself to creativity. Its patterns, contrasts, and progressions mirror the creative process, which often involves a balance of order and chaos. For example, filmmakers use music to shape the emotional arc of a scene, heightening tension or resolution through crescendos and silences. Painters often cite music as a way to explore colors and forms, translating sound into visual art. Collaboration between music and other disciplines has led to some of the most innovative creations in history. The fusion of music with technology gave birth to synthesizers and digital audio workstations, revolutionizing the way music is produced and consumed. In visual art, movements like abstract expressionism were influenced by jazz and classical compositions, with artists like Jackson Pollock using music to guide the flow of their work. Music's impact on creativity isn't limited to professional artists or inventors, it can be a transformative tool for anyone. For students, listening to instrumental music while studying can improve focus and retention. For writers, a carefully curated playlist can set the mood for a scene or chapter. Even cooking can become an act of creativity when accompanied by the right soundtrack, turning an ordinary recipe into an inspired masterpiece. One particularly fascinating aspect of music's influence is its ability to connect unrelated ideas. This phenomenon, known as synesthesia, occurs when exposure to one sensory experience triggers another, such as seeing colors while listening to music. While rare in its true form, many people experience a similar effect in a more subtle way, associating certain sounds with images, textures, or emotions. This cross-sensory stimulation can lead to unexpected connections, sparking creativity in ways that are difficult to replicate through other means. Music also plays a vital role in collaboration, fostering an environment where creativity can thrive collectively. Think of a band composing a song together. Each member brings their unique perspective, building on one another's contributions to create something greater than what any individual could achieve alone. This synergy is not exclusive to musicians. Teams in workplaces, classrooms, or community groups can use music to foster collaboration, creativity, and innovation. The beauty of music as a catalyst for creativity lies in its accessibility. Whether through listening, composing, or improvising, anyone can harness its power to explore new ideas and perspectives. It reminds us that creativity isn't confined to the realms of art and invention. It's a way of thinking and living, open to anyone willing to embrace the process. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the healing power of music in collective spaces, from hospitals and therapy centers to schools and community gatherings. We'll explore how melodies foster connection, growth, and well-being, not just for individuals but for entire groups. Chapter 9: Melodies for the Collective Soul. Music's power amplifies when it's shared. In communal settings, it goes beyond personal healing to become a unifying force, bringing people together and fostering connection in ways few other experiences can. Whether in classrooms, hospitals, places of worship, or public spaces, music creates a shared language that nurtures the collective soul. One of the most profound examples of communal music's impact is in hospital settings. Music therapy programs have been introduced in many healthcare facilities, where they bring patients, families, and staff together through song and sound. In pediatric wards, group music sessions often help young patients cope with fear and pain by providing moments of joy and distraction. For elderly patients in memory care, familiar songs create a sense of connection, even for those with advanced cognitive decline. Consider the story of a hospice choir in a small Midwestern town. The volunteers sang for patients nearing the end of life, offering comfort through harmonies that filled the quiet spaces with warmth. Families often joined in, their voices blending with those of the choir, creating a profound sense of peace. The experience was as healing for the singers as it was for the patients, reminding everyone present of the shared humanity in life's final moments. Music also plays a vital role in education, fostering growth and collaboration among students. In schools with limited resources, group music programs have been shown to improve not only creativity but also social skills and academic performance. When students learn to play together in a band or choir, they develop teamwork, patience, and a sense of responsibility. They listen to one another, adjust their rhythms and tones, and create something beautiful as a collective. In one inner-city school, a teacher named Mr. Ortiz introduced drumming circles to his class of teenagers, many of whom were struggling with behavioral and emotional challenges. The simple act of drumming together transformed the group dynamic. Students who rarely spoke in class found their voices through rhythm, learning to trust one another and themselves. Over time, the drumming sessions became a safe space where they could express their emotions and support one another, showing that music could heal far beyond its notes. The communal power of music is equally evident in larger cultural spaces. Festivals, concerts, and public performances bring people from diverse backgrounds together in shared celebration. The experience of singing along to a favorite song in a crowd of thousands creates a sense of unity that transcends differences. In moments like these, music reminds us of our collective humanity, showing that we are more alike than we are different. In times of crisis, music has often served as a tool for collective healing. After the September 11th attacks, communities across the United States gathered to sing and play music in public spaces, creating moments of solidarity and resilience. Similarly, after natural disasters or tragedies, music becomes a way for people to process grief and rebuild hope. The sounds of a guitar, a hymn, or even a shared silence between notes can speak volumes when words fail. Religious and spiritual traditions have long recognized the collective power of music. From Gregorian chants in monasteries to gospel choirs in churches, music in worship creates a communal connection to the divine. The act of singing or chanting together deepens the sense of belonging and purpose, reinforcing shared values and beliefs. In communities struggling with division, music has often acted as a bridge. Programs like Playing for Change unite musicians from around the world, blending cultural styles into seamless collaborations that celebrate diversity. In areas of conflict, music diplomacy initiatives bring people together through shared performances, reminding them of the beauty in unity. Beyond formal settings, music thrives in informal spaces. Family gatherings, neighborhood jam sessions, and even spontaneous singing on a subway train can spark moments of connection that brighten lives. These shared musical experiences remind us that healing and joy don't require perfection, they only require participation. As we reflect on music's role in collective well-being, its impact is clear. Whether through formal programs, cultural traditions, or everyday moments, music has the power to transform not just individuals but entire communities. It fosters empathy, connection, and healing in ways that words alone cannot. In the next chapter, we'll explore how music has evolved alongside humanity, adapting to new technologies and cultural shifts. From ancient instruments to modern streaming platforms, we'll trace music's journey and consider what the future holds for the melodies that shape our lives. Chapter 10: The Evolution of Music. Music's evolution is a story of adaptability and resilience, mirroring humanity's own journey through time. From the earliest rhythms created by tapping stones to the intricate symphonies of Beethoven, and now to the digital landscapes of streaming platforms, music has continually adapted to reflect the era in which it exists. In today's world, technology has transformed the way we create, share, and experience music. Artists collaborate across continents, genres blend seamlessly, and listeners have access to a world of sound at their fingertips. Despite these advancements, the essence of music remains unchanged. It is a tool for connection, expression, and healing. As we look to the future, music's role in our lives will only grow. Whether through artificial intelligence composing new symphonies, immersive soundscapes in virtual reality, or yet unimagined innovations, music will continue to inspire and unite us. Its capacity to adapt ensures that it will always be a cornerstone of the human experience, a melody that carries us forward. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and also click the small bell icon to receive a notification every time a new free audiobook has arrived. Thanks again.